I welcome you all to the course of the complete Python specially designed for GATE, data science and artificial intelligence. My motive for this course is to provide you the complete material so that anybody can crack the GATE DA exam. My name is Puneet Kansal. I have 12 plus years of experience to train the student for GATE exam. I have worked with many edtech companies like Physicswala, Geeks or Geeks and many other renowned institutions also. This course, this complete series will definitely help you to crack the GATE exam with below 100 rank. That is my target. So okay, let's start with today's session, that is Python data types. So this is our second lecture in this series. We are covering today the Python data types. In Python, we do not need to define the data type of a variable. The moment you assign some value to a variable, it is defined. Means we don't need to write the data type like integer, float, character, nothing. Python will define them automatically while runtime. Python is a dynamic programming language. So this is what written the same over here. Python do not use the data type name while declaring a variable. While declaring, don't need to write integer, float, any data type name. The data type is set when you assign a value to a variable. So these will be set automatically by the Python. Whenever you are assigning an integer value, that will be set by the Python automatically. You don't need to worry. Although that doesn't mean that Python don't have the data type. Python have many inbuilt data types. For example, like text type, like string data type, numeric data type like integer, float, complex, sequence data type like list, tuple, range. Sequence means in which the elements are storing in a particular sequence so that we can access the element at a particular index. Okay, so here we can access the element based upon the index. So these are the sequence based data types. Another one is mapping data type, means you can map the two values. For example, name, what is name? Puneet. What is your roll number? 35, maybe like this. Okay, so we are mapping the two values. So for that we use the dictionary data type. Set data type, just like maths set, we have sets over here, set or frozen set. So there is a little difference between set and frozen set. Set are mutable, means their value can be updated, and frozen set are immutable, their value cannot be changed. So we will study all these data type in very detail as we will proceed in this series. So these are different data type. Boolean data type to store like true and false. None data type, even you don't want to define any information in a variable, you can assign none data type. Okay, that is also available. There is another binary types. Binary type like byte, array, memory view. These are used for storing the information like about the images or files which are not human understandable. So these are the different data types, inbuilt data types used in the Python. Okay, let's try to check out the different example of them in our Jupyter notebook. So let me go to the Jupyter notebook and let's try to take some example from every data type so that we can understand them in better way. Let me first write the heading of setting the data types. Okay, let me mark down it. So let's start with the string data type. String data type. So let me mark down this as a heading and let me take an example of the string data type. For example, I can just simply assign. I don't need to write the data type. Simply take a variable name A and assign a value to it. For example, hello Chacha. Hello Chacha. How is Chachi? So might be you can give any string that can be stored in this variable. So just run this and we created a string over here. So let me write all of the different data types examples over here. Let me take the one integer now. Integer, mark down it and take the example of integer. For example, b equal to 10. So we just assign a value 10 to another variable b. Let me take float. Let me mark down it. So just making the heading so that everything remain very clear. So C variable assigning some float value 10.5, let's suppose. So we created a float variable over here. We don't need to define data type with the variable name. Okay, over here you can see. So let me take the next one is the complex data type. Let me mark down this also. And let me create a complex data type. D is equal to, let's suppose 10J. So let me execute it. So this is the complex data type we created. Next one, okay, we can create is the list. So let me create a heading for the list. Let me mark down it and let me create a list. So DE. So list we can create by the square braces. Let me create a list of strings. 1, 2, 3. Just storing 3 different strings in this list. Okay. And execute it. Done. Next one, okay, I'm taking the tuple. So these are the different data types we can use in the Python. These are inbuilt data type. Next one is a tuple. Tuple we define with the help of round braces. Okay. So let me assign the same 3 strings over here. 1, 2, 3. So just 3 strings I'm assigning over here. So we created the tuple with this round braces. Next one, okay, let's take, another one is the range data type we have. So let me make the heading of the range, mark down it, created the heading, and now let me create the range. So we use the range function to create the range data type. Done. After that, okay, let me take the dictionary, creating the heading again, creating the heading, marking it down, this heading. Fine. Okay, let me directly take the dictionary over here. So this is our dictionary. Okay, fine. Here we map the data. Name is Puneet. So we map with this colon. This is one entity over here. This is another information. Other information is salary is this much. Okay. So just I'm lying. This is not my actual salary. Okay. So we created a dictionary. We create the dictionary with the curly braces. Fine. Okay. Next one. Okay. I'm taking the set, creating the heading for the set by using the markdown function, created the heading for the set. And okay, let me directly take the set. Also can be created with the help of the curly braces, but the data is not mapped over here. Okay, so let me execute it, and we created the set. So in set, all the elements will be unique. Let me create the frozen set now. Frozen set. In frozen set, we cannot update the values. Okay, we cannot update the values. So let me create the frozen set. Let me directly take it one example over here. So here just use the function frozen set and pass the value. So this will create the frozen set for us. Just we are going through all different type of data sets which we can create in the Python. Another one is the Boolean type. So let me create the heading, bool type, marking it down, and okay, taking the example of Boolean. Okay, k is equal to true or false, whatever you can store, true, and run it. Next one, okay, I'm taking the binary types, creating the heading, binary type, marking it down, taking the example. Okay, so binary type can be created in 3 ways. These are the three ways. First one is like we are using b literal and assigning the value to it. Another one is in the form of array, byte array. So this will create a byte array of 3 size, initialized with 0 value. And this is also another binary type memory view, which is actually more efficient than this byte array. So don't need to worry about these binary data types. We will not use it anywhere in our complete course actually. Okay, they are mainly used for handling the images or any other files. Fine. Okay, these are the another data type. Another one, okay, is the none type. So let me create the heading for that, none type. Let me mark down it. Simply just write the none. If maybe you can assign the value later to this O, and right now we are assigning none. Fine, done. So these are the different data types you can see over here. None type, binary type, boolean, frozen set, dictionary, range, tuple, list, complex, float, integer, string. These are different inbuilt data type in the Python. Let's see now, okay, how we can check the data type of a variable in Python. So let me make the heading for that. Getting the data type of a variable. We can use actually the type function for that. We can use the type function. So what I can do, I can simply write print. I'm printing the type function I can use. So let's suppose I want to know the type of a variable. What is the type of a variable? So just simply write type and that variable name in, and we will get the type. So this print function will print the type of a. Similar way we can get the type of other variables also. Like I have defined over here a variable, b, c, d, e, different all data types are defined here up to o. So let me print all of them. Let me print all of them over here so that we can see their data type from a to, you can see I'm checking the type of all these variable up to o. I'm checking. Okay, let me run this and see. Yes, we can see that all the data types now. So even though we are not defining the data type of these variables, but they are defined by default by the Python. Okay, Python will see, okay, what type of data you are storing in this variable and then assigning the type to that automatically. We, as a programmer, we don't need to define the type of that, and we can see the type by using the type function. So that's it about the different data types in Python. Using typecasting, we can convert one data type to another data type. Okay, let me make the heading of the typecasting. Let me mark down it. And let's take some examples to convert integer to float, float to integer, integer to string, string to integer, and different examples let's take. First of all, okay, let's try to convert the float and string to integer. So here we are converting the float to integer and string to integer by using this integer construction function. So let me execute this. And now let me convert the integer and string to float. So here by using the float construction function, we are converting integer to float and string to float. Note down this 4.2 is a string because that is in double quotes over here. So let me execute it and let me now convert the integer and float to string by using the string constructor function. So here you can see 2 is an integer which is converted to string and 3.2 is a float which is converted to string. So let me execute it and now let me print the data type of all these 6 variables v1, v2, v3, v4, v5, v6 so that we can see that, okay, have we successfully converted the different data types to these data types or not. So let me print the types of all these variables and we can see over here first 2 variables are of integer type because we converted float and string to integer, and next 2 is of float type, yes, and last 2 is of integer type, yes. So okay, this is all about the typecasting. Now let's move back to our PPT. And it's time for the exam. Okay, let's solve some of the GATE DA practice questions. So let's start with the first one. So here, okay, let me read the problem statement. It's better you pose these questions and try it yourself. Okay, but still, okay, I'm trying it at my end. What will be the output of the following code? What is the output for this code? Here, we are trying to print something. Fine. We are checking this statement. They're checking the type of 3.0. The type of 3.0 is float. Okay. This is float. Yes, that is. So this should print true. This should print true. A is the right answer. Yes. Let me check out the next DA practice question. GATE DA practice question. What is the question? What will be the result of the expression this? What will be the result of this expression? So we are checking the type of these curly braces. So curly braces we used for defining the dictionary actually. Okay. So B is the right output over here. Fine. Okay. And next one is okay, what is the main difference between set and frozen set? So sets are actually mutable, means we can update their values. But frozen sets are immutable. We cannot update their value. The name is itself suggesting frozen. So we cannot update their values. So B is the right answer over here. Set is mutable and frozen set are immutable. So let me read the first option also. Set are ordered. No, set are not ordered. Their elements are not stored in ordered form, just like maths. So this is not right. Set allow duplicate elements. No, set do not allow duplicate element, just like maths set only. Set are immutable. No, sets are mutable. Frozen sets are immutable. So B is the right answer. All others are wrong. Yes, B is the right answer. Fine. Okay, let's check out the next GATE DA practice question. What will be the result of the following code? Let's check out this code. We have assigned two variables. One is 10, that is integer. That is actually integer. This is another variable that is float. We are checking, okay, the type of X, which is actually integer, is the type of Y, that is float? No, their types are different. So this will return false. B is the right answer. Okay, we completed this, our second class also. So stay tuned with me to crack the GATE DA exam. Meet you in the next lecture. Bye-bye. Take care.